Oh, have you guys been busy?
Um,
It is hard to reply, because we have just heavy rain here in the country, and Alex, he was writing some music.
Hmm.
for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, so we kind of just trying to keep ourselves busy here because it is impossible to walk and to do anything outside.
Yeah, how has the lockdown and everything been for you over there?
Actually, for us, for me, I can say that it brought more positive things than negative because we worked from home anyway,
Hmm.
so nothing changed in our working schedule. But it finally became possible to drive across Moscow because before there were just total traffic jam, one big traffic jam, and, and during the lockdown, finally we were able to drive.
Oh, okay. So have they like closed all the roads over there, or?
No, just people didn't want to go out. So those of us who did
They were not allowed to go out.
had the roads all for ourselves. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, it's gone up so crazy everywhere.
But if you make like a photo with COVID, without COVID, is going to be the same photo of me sitting on my ass in front of the computer.
That's fair. That's fair enough. So have you have you guys in the band managed to kind of work on anything new during the lockdown, or are you kind of writing it off until things lift up a little bit?
Well, again, as Jane here mentioned, the lockdown didn't really affect us, so we don't have this during lockdown or after lockdown or before
Or
lockdown.
maybe it does, but in a positive way.
Yeah, but it's not a significant impact anyway on us. Some people, of course, were heavily infected, some not infected, sorry, affected. Yeah, of course, some were infected, but that's a huge minority. But the vast majority of people were affected because some of them lost their jobs, or things like that, which luckily is not about us because we don't have any jobs, so there is nothing to lose. But yeah, the first time I actually started writing something is right now.
Oh, well, that's great. That's awesome. So I mean, for those of them out there who may not have heard of you guys before, would you like to just kind of tell us what the band is about and what you guys do, just a bit more like about yourselves?
Uh, we strive to play as best a symphonic metal as possible in a few words.
Oh, that was very short for you. Unexpectedly
Yeah, I was
short.
doing my best to keep it short.
He meant that we try to talk some serious things about the ancient civilizations and self-development in form of symphonic metal, and we try to do it the best way possible and to put symphonic metal on some maybe new level. Maybe it is a bit arrogant, but but still. So that's what we're doing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, that's because your last album, the last studio album you guys did was The Legacy of Atlantis in 2018.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I was reading a little bit about it before, and obviously, yeah, you were mentioning of like past civilizations from thousands of years ago. So, what when you started making music made you kind of go in that direction?
That's because Alexander is a historian by education, I think.
No, nothing to do with that.
Actually, he is a historian, but of course, it was a joke. It wasn't the reason why we chose this particular theme, but still, we were interested in all these ancient civilizations and some kind of occult or maybe energy practices for many years. We've been doing some kind of qigong, something like yoga and all other energy practices. So we're really into all of this, and we're not just trying to compose some funny stories, like fairy tales for children and something like that. So we basically mean what we singing about.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting. I don't think off the top of my head I could name another band that really delves into it quite in that sense. So that is really unique about the band, which is something I really love.
Thank you.
Yeah. Out of all of the tracks on that album, what would you say would probably be like your top one, whether just in general or one you just love to play?
From the Legacy of Atlantis.
Yes, yeah.
For me, that would be the song Life Eternal, I think.
No, it was mine.
Okay.
That's not fair.
Well, you got the answer there. Why? Because I think it's the deepest song on the album, and it has the essence of what we were trying to say with this album.
Yeah, kind of like the pinnacle track, I suppose you could say.
Well, not musically, but lyrically.
Lyrically, yeah.
Yeah.
So our music a bit complicated for a regular listener, I think, because there are many things in lyrics. So a lot of people, they just listen to the music without reading any lyrics, but we put many meanings and energy right in lyrics. So it is important in our music at the same level as the music itself.
Yeah. Have you found that with the lockdown, have you found that anything has kind of affected you in any way? Like I don't know whether it's something like the sales of your albums or something, or maybe it's even for the better. Have you found that fan-wise, has anything kind of affected you?
We performed a great online show, which was watched by a virtual arena, 38,000 people. And they donated us $11,500. So I guess that was the biggest impact of the lockdown on us.
Yeah, no, yes, I did see that. No, that did look pretty insane. So I've found as well quite a lot that with the lockdown, it's kind of forced the industry to evolve a little prematurely in certain areas. So
which is good.
Yeah.
Evolution is always good. Yeah. I think that I can see two camps, if so to say. The first camp is the oldie guys. They say, "Oh my God, the world is changing. Terrible. What are we gonna do?" The second guys are sitting there and saying, "Wow, we're changing the world. Cool." So if you know what I mean. So the old music industry has been becoming obsolete for many years now. And the COVID has only accelerated the process, which was there anyway. So now everybody sits at home and thinks, no more touring. Well, at least for the next few months, What are we going to do? And that either forces people to go and drink or find themselves a job at Walmart or something like that. Or it forces them to use their brain, and think of other ways of how you can survive. And those who are using their brain, they start to utilize digital ways of reaching their fans, and promoting their music. And those artists, they actually thrive.
Yeah, I've seen so many different artists, especially in like the kind of metal and rock genres, kind of use streaming like Twitch or like doing online gigs and stuff. So it's actually been quite nice to see that kind of come into play.
Absolutely. Whatever works. I know that Twitch works for many musicians. I know that those who have seen a significant drop in physical sales in shops they started wrapping their heads around actually selling things online with with YouTube ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads. I am actually looking at this very optimistically. I think that already today musicians do not need record labels. Well, those who can do these things, those who are ready to do these things themselves, they do not need a record label. And this is being accelerated. It's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Where would you like to see the band in, say, kind of the next 3 years or so? Like, what's the next kind of milestones that you guys have got your eye on?
I was going to say playing before a stadium and arena show, but I think 3 years is too just a bit small period of time to reach that goal. But anyway, I would like to see the band growing and getting bigger, and the speed of that growing is important, but not that important. So as long as I see that the band is getting bigger, that we having more fans with every month and every year, the sales are going up, so I will be happy with this.
And I have to say that for right now, immediately we have 2 goals. Goal number 1 is releasing the new album, and goal number 2 is touring both Americas. So we have a show planned in Mexico in November, with 3 more coming up, and our agent has been in endless talks with the United States and Canada, because their promoters are ready to have us, but with all this COVID mess which is in the United States, they simply do not know what's going to happen tomorrow. So our immediate goal is to tour those countries next year, as soon as possible. So that's more or less it. And well, my mind is bent right now on the album, because that's what we're producing right now.
Yeah, of course. That sounds good. Yeah.
But that's more or less like that.
No, that's absolutely awesome. So if you could tour with any band, or maybe even you're planning for the future or whatever, but who would you like to tour with the most?
Oh, that's very simple. That would be Nightwish, that would be Iron Maiden, that would be Manowar, or Sabaton, or Scorpions, Rammstein,
Metallica.
Yeah, actually any arena band would do.
Let's just go for the full festival lineup while we're at it, actually.
any melodic arena band. I don't think Slipknot would be a good match, but bands like Iron Maiden or Scorpions or Rammstein, or anything of that sort.
And many of them have played with an orchestra, so I think that we should blend together.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Maybe
I'd buy a ticket.
Well. But that's America again, but still.
Yeah. Okay. No. Awesome. So last question I have for you guys. I won't keep you too much longer. So what is it that you're looking forward to the most when everything goes back to normal?
Touring, of course.
Yeah, exactly. I think it is impossible to answer in a different way.
So we had tons of tours booked even for this year, and they're all hanging somewhere in between right now.
And this is the only type of activity where musicians can physically interact with their fans, not only
online, not
online.
And all that.
Yeah. Are you the kind of guys that will kind of hang around after, saying hello?
Yeah, that's what we always do.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think of so many people that appreciate having that kind of contact with bands. Just get you all excited. Okay, well, brilliant. Thank you so much for your time. And I hope you guys stay safe, and I hopefully see you guys somewhere around on a tour, possibly next year.
Well, we have a UK tour planned in September. I'm not sure if it's gonna go as planned, but we've just been talking to the promoter, and he's still optimistic. If it doesn't happen in September, then we move it to January, I think. So we're coming to the UK quite soon.
Excellent. Well, I'll have to get a ticket.
Oh, sure. We were to tour the UK in April, actually, but it got postponed.
Yeah, so many things just keep getting kind of pushed and pushed, but we'll get there eventually.
Sure. I think where are you geographically from in the UK?
I am about an hour outside of London.
Oh, so the concert in London will be at the Dome.
Oh, okay.
I think it's 24th September, so you're welcome to come.
Oh, I definitely will have to pop in.
Sure.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for your questions.
Thank you.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.